fort que les bombes, nouveau film norvégien en compétition. Ce n'était pas arrivé à Cannes depuis 1979.
There hasn't been a Norwegian film here since 1979. And the man bringing the film is Joachim, hello, who isn't alone. He's got a wonderful international cast with him here. Hello, Isabelle. Welcome to Cannes. Happy to see you. Hello, Gabriel Byrne. Thank you very much. And we're discovering Devin Druid. Hello, welcome. And Rachel Brosnahan. Thank you very much for coming along. So, Joachim, I was saying there's lots of things in this film. Subjects like mourning, incapacity to communicate, passion as well for film. And for you know, what did you want to get into touch with? You know, when a woman like this is so passionate by photography, by her job, that it's difficult for her to cope with the family. I feel like she's got to make choices.
I guess I've always been interested in human stories, and I think that there was something interesting in creating a mosaic of a family portrait where we follow the different individual characters, and through their subjective experiences, we see them as a whole. The family is the subject, not necessarily just one of the characters. I'm curious about that. You know, I come from a film family background, and I grew up watching a lot of films about character and that were more dramatic. At the same time, I'm a big fan of experimentation and storytelling. I think we should remember to be playful. So I hope we found a unique form to tell the portrait of this family.
Oui, une sorte de puzzle.
Yeah, it's a sort of a puzzle in a way. You know, you talked about a mosaic where you're going from one character to another. You chose Isabelle Huppert to play this woman who's fascinated by her job. It wasn't an easy, you know, an obvious choice, perhaps.
Well, I mean, I was just fortunate to have Isabelle want to be in my film. We met at the Stockholm Film Festival a few years ago, and they gave an honorary award to Isabelle. I've been a fan of hers for years. I'm sorry if I come off as a film geek here now, but I've been such a fan. And then we met because I won some award for my last film, Oslo, August 31st. And after that, we stayed in touch, had coffee once in a while, and this part came up. And I thought, you know, we need someone with that presence on screen to be able to play this enigmatic and iconic mother, and I couldn't really see anyone else who could pull that off. So I was fortunate to have her.
Cette mère iconique,
so this iconic mother, passionate about her job, who wants to go away. It must be like your life, Isabelle Huppert, because as a passionate actress, you go around the world. It's a constant problem, you know, sort of, you know, with your family life, your filming life. Yes, and it resonates, I think, for a lot of people, not just for my life as an actress, but I think anybody who has this cleavage between their private life, their public life, or at least their professional life, should we say. And so she's somebody who's got several lives within her, several people, and she can't reconcile all the people.
Et puis aussi, le film pose le problème
raises
cette femme qui a un regard sur le monde et sur ses déchirements et sur ses difficultés et sur ses drames. Et voilà, ça finit par peut-être par rejaillir, par l'atteindre et par lui donner une difficulté
and she has difficulty in seeing her personal life serenely and calmly. Yes, she is struck by what she photographs. Gabriel Byrne, you're the man who stays behind in the film, in all senses of the term, because you survive the mourning, the death, but as well you stay at home when she goes off to work.
Yes, well, I think one of the things that the film examines is the notion of identity. What does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a father, a husband? And in really, this is an examination under extreme emotional circumstances. And I think that we're so used to defining the idea of a hero as somebody being very perfect and with almost superhuman powers. This is a flawed man as a heroic man. And for me, it redefined the notion of what it means to be heroic in everyday life, when there is sometimes little recognition of that fact.
Yeah, oui.
And so I think that as well as that examination of identity, it's also an examination of memory. How do you remember? Do you remember perfectly or imperfectly? And I think we all remember imperfectly. And the film is haunted by the presence of the dead woman, Isabelle's character. So that's what he has to live with every day as well as his kids.
Oui, c'est vrai que ça hante effectivement.
It's true that it does haunt the whole of the film. You can feel the character there, and she haunts your mind. You play the boy. I play the children.
Comment vous voyez cet adolescent?
I mean, how do you, Devin, see this teenager? Does he suffer more than others? I mean, he doesn't communicate at all with his father. I mean, how do you see the character, Devin?
Conrad, I think a lot of this, the effects of what happened between not only his mother, but then his relationships between the father and his brother, he kind of keeps that more inside of himself. He doesn't really like to show too much emotion. And throughout the film, you discover different parts about him. And the concept of trusting the family and then, telling the truth, that really kind of sets him off in a way. And at the end, he really needs to let it out. And then he realizes that, he's got to be able to open up to someone, and that's something that he does on his own, within his private life, with it being the online journal and various other things. He's more of a closed person, I think. Likes to keep things to himself, but I think it does really hit harder for Conrad, a little bit more than others, but he doesn't like to show it much.
Ouais. Effectivement, ouais, il est plus touché que les autres. Rachel Brosnahan, une dernière question tournée avec un réalisateur européen. Sachant quelque chose,
is it different to work with a European director? I mean, your career is quite short, even though you've done lots of things for TV and cinema. Is it different? Is it different from the American approach?
With the mic, Rachel, please.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because exclusively that he's European, but I had one of the best short experiences of my life working on this film. I think what sets Joachim apart is that he's got a very clear picture of the story that he wants to tell, and it's very personal to him, but within it there's so much room to play, and you can't ask for more of a gift as an actor for any of us. There's so much room to find these scenes, even on such a tight schedule. And I think that's what sets this particular film apart. I think you can feel the space in it and the breath that everyone got to take in creating these scenes and finding these characters. And it was certainly a wonderful experience.
Merci beaucoup.
Well, thank you very much, all of you. You've got to go off now to the press conference. Thank you very much and congratulations. Louder than bombs from Joachim Trier for Norway. Running in the running for the Palme d'Or. So now the